Guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be another reading vlog and kind of a reading challenge. I feel like I haven't done a reading challenge in a while, but I'm going to be reading books out of my comfort zone for a full week. I guess I'm already showing y'all what I'm going to read, but let me explain real quick. So I primarily read romantasy, so like fantasy romance, and occasionally just fantasy and just romance, and like occasionally thriller. I used to be a lot more into thriller in like 2022, and then I stopped enjoying it as much, so I read like 2 thriller books like every 6 months now, and so I wouldn't consider that out of my comfort zone though. So basically my comfort zone genres are fantasy, romance, and thriller. So what prompted this whole thing was that I was at Goodwill last month and I came across The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I picked it up immediately. I was like, I'm gonna buy this. I've seen really good things about it, but also really, really sad things about it. This is a historical fiction. I believe it's about 2 sisters kind of just surviving in Paris during World War II and as Hitler's trying to take over and conquer Paris. I have heard that this is just the saddest book ever and people will bawl their eyes out at the end of this. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also really excited because I have been wanting to branch out into more like just general fiction books. But like I said, this is historical fiction. But I'm hoping that this is a good start to like get me into that genre. It is a long book and I'm really scared. It's like almost 600 pages. So I'm gonna try to read as much as I can in the physical version because I want to get the full experience with this book. I will listen to it on Spotify Premium if like I'm having trouble getting through it, but I'm gonna try to work my way through the physical copy as much as I can. I don't know what the second book in this video will be. I don't even know what genre, or like maybe a self-help book, I'm not sure, or maybe just like a general fiction, because we'll start with historical fiction then just go to general fiction. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna be starting with this and hopefully I can get a good amount in today so I can give y'all a good update by the end of the day. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and let's just get right into it. I have read a really good amount of this book. I'm on page 153, which is chapter 12. I'm only like a fifth of the way through, but I am so happy to report that I am loving this book. I think it is so good, but still already it's so heartbreaking. Nothing crazy has happened yet. For those who don't know, there are 2 sisters in this book. That's what this book kind of revolves around. So there's a girl named Vianne. I think that's how you say her name. It's Vianne or Vianne. And then there's a girl named Isabel. And they are sisters, but they kind of went their separate way in their teenage years because of just trauma with their family. And now that the Nazis are invading France, the younger sister Isabel, she can't stay with her dad anymore, and so she is going to live with her sister Vianne, which she lives in like a very small country town in France. The Nazis end up invading that little town too, and so we're kind of just navigating what it was like living in a small town when the Nazis came through and took everything over, and how you have to live with the food rations and the rules, and it's heartbreaking. It really is. Nothing crazy has happened yet. Like, I haven't cried any tears. It was only sad when the husbands were called away, because obviously like they didn't know if they would see their spouses or their parents or their dads again, and so that was a little bit sad. But Isabel is the sister who's very much like I want to help in this war. Like, I will go be a girl that drives ambulances, or I can be like a medic or whatever. And Vianne is very much just like, just stay out of their way and you'll be fine. Like, let's just like, she's the more like, let's just stay out of their way, and Isabel's like, no, I want to do something. And so Isabel's just like kind of rebelling against her sister and the Nazis, and she's causing a scene, and the older sister's like, I'm so sorry about my sister, like please don't kill her, you know. It's so unbelievably good, and I'm so obsessed with it. What is absolutely crazy, and I swear I did not plan this obviously takes place in France. My sister is in France right now. She's in Paris. She's backpacking through Europe, and she just happened to be in Paris today and for the next few days. And I was like, that is so crazy. Like, I'm reading this book right now, so it's like you're visiting some of the places in this book that are real, you know. It's crazy, but I'm absolutely loving it and I'm so happy about it. So I'm gonna sit here, probably put something on the TV and keep reading. is probably still a little bit damp because I took a shower earlier, but I ended up finishing The Nightingale last night, and guys, this is hands down a 6-star read for me. It was one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. Obviously, on the official scale, it's 5 stars, but I genuinely think this might be my new all-time favorite book. I don't know if I ended up putting the video of me crying in here because it may have been too cringy, but whenever I was finishing this last night, I was bawling my eyes out. It had the saddest ending, and I didn't know what to expect, but it still just like absolutely gutted me. And like I said, I know that these are not like real people. Like, there were not sisters named, you know, this and this, but this stuff really did happen to people in Europe and in France. And I love that we got to see what kind of happened to people who were Jews and people who also were not Jews, and how those people were treated. Because I feel like growing up in history class, I always thought that people who weren't Jews were treated like not good. Like, the Nazis still, you know, took over and invaded France, but I don't know, in my head I just did not really understand how non-Jews were treated, and we really got to see that in this book. And I was telling my boyfriend, I've learned more about World War II in this book than I have in my history classes in high school. This was just such an amazing read. I don't know what else to say. This was just beautifully written, and I don't want to say Kristen Hanna is like my new favorite author because I've only read one book by her, which, by the way, when I finished this last night, I was so obsessed with it, and I was like, she is my favorite author, that I ended up ordering another book by her called The Great Winds. I think that's what it's called. And that one's about the Great Depression and like the Dust Bowl and stuff. And so that's coming in the mail soon, in a few days. And I'll be reading that. Hands down, the best read ever. I cannot even begin to explain to y'all how happy I am that I picked this book up for this video. This was phenomenal. So I was trying to figure out what to read next, and I don't have any more physical books that I want to read for this video. And so I was looking at my Kindle, and I was like, what is like another genre that is out of my comfort zone? And I was thinking like maybe sci-fi, or like, I don't even know, adult thriller. I really only read YA thriller. But yeah, really like sci-fi. Oh, also like nonfiction, like autobiographies, stuff like that. But I ended up coming across The Alchemist by, if I can get my thing pulled up. So The Alchemist is by Paulo Coelho. I don't know how you say his last name, but this is I looked up what this was, not rated as, classified as, and it says that it's just like a novel or like literary fiction. So I wanted to pick something just like really different than historical fiction, and yes, this is different than historical fiction, but it's still like in the fiction genre, so we're just gonna go with this. But I do want to make this like more of a series on my channel to where I read more books out of my comfort zone, so we're kind of sticking with the whole fiction aspect in this video. Yeah, I think The Alchemist, it came out in like the 80s, and I haven't like heard too much about it. I feel like it was a lot more like popular a few years ago. Like lots of people were reading it, and I was seeing lots of people read it. I haven't heard too much about it recently, but it says that on the Kindle it's 213 pages. So it's a shorter book. It's like a novella, kind of, maybe a little bit longer than a novella. It says, combining magic, mysticism, wisdom, and wonder into an inspiring tale of self-discovery and spiritual healing, The Alchemist has become a modern classic, moving millions across the globe and transforming the lives of countless readers across generations. Where does it like actually say? Oh, here it is. Okay, y'all can skip this part if you don't want to hear me read this. It'll probably take like 20 to 30 seconds, but the synopsis is, this story, dazzling in its powerful simplicity and soul-stirring wisdom, is about an Andalusian shepherd boy named Santiago who travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of a treasure buried near the pyramids. Along the way, he meets a gypsy woman, a man who calls himself a king, and an alchemist, all of whom point Santiago in the direction of his quest. No one knows what the treasure is or if Santiago will be able to surmount the obstacles in his path. But what starts out as a journey to find worldly goods turns into a discovery that the most valuable treasures are those found within. So yeah, this is definitely not something that I would normally gravitate towards. I love romance, and I love romance in books. So this does not seem something like I would normally go for, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see how it is. The reviews on Goodreads were a little bit mixed, so I doubt that this will be a 5-star read like The Nightingale, but you know what, we'll see. I didn't think that this was gonna be a 5-star read either, and it was. So we're gonna dive into this because it's so short. I honestly feel like this will take me like 2 days to read. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. It's 5 p.m. We're about to get some storms, which is perfect reading weather. And yeah, I'll probably update y'all tomorrow. I literally suck, you guys. I am not good at filming because I just read the entire Alchemist without giving y'all an update. I know I took some videos of like the different like pages I was on and like my progress throughout, but I have not actually like sat down and talked to y'all. The book was only like 200 something pages, so like it was a shorter book, and I just kind of like, I don't want to say I flew through it because spoiler alert, I did not like it, but it was just a short read. So yeah, like I said, I did not like this book. It was not for me. I am glad that I did read it and got it out of the way because I think technically now it is considered a modern classic, which is out of my comfort zone. I'm glad I read it, but I think that someone who is more religious than me, I'm not very religious personally, I think that if you're more religious, you're gonna enjoy this book a lot more. There's a lot of talk about God and religion and like the Bible and stuff like that, which is completely fine. It's just I don't like relate to that stuff. There's basically this boy named Santiago, and he's from Spain, I think, and he's a shepherd. Like he guides sheep across pastures and whatever. And he meets this guy one day that says that I literally cannot even remember what it's called now. It's like your personal, I don't even know. Basically everyone in life apparently has this like big goal that you're supposed to work towards and like whatever. And so this guy tells him that he needs to go to Egypt, to the pyramids of Egypt, and that's where his treasure is, or like his, what, I don't even know. So this whole book is about this guy making his way across the desert to Egypt, and like all the people that he encounters along the way, like his loves and his other magical people that he meets, and all these people that bring good omens and stuff. And the whole book is, I know it's supposed to be a motivational book, like follow your dreams, and if you really want something, like the universe will give it to you. I think this book has a lot of stuff about like manifesting stuff, but it's also very like religious and like follow God and stuff. And it was not for me. I think that this book had amazing quotes. I actually highlighted a lot of good quotes in this book. Let me see if I can go to them. Okay, I'm gonna read y'all like 2 of the quotes that I highlighted because I think that this book did have some really good quotes. So this one says, people need not fear the unknown if they are capable of achieving what they need and want. Another one is, if you pay attention to the present, you can improve upon it. And if you improve on the present, what comes later will also be better, which is so true. This one also says, it was my fear of failure that first kept me from attempting the masterwork. Now I'm beginning what I could have started 10 years ago, but I'm happy at least that I didn't wait 20 years. So like that's saying, you know, like don't wait to follow your dreams. Don't wait to go and do something that you're afraid of doing. Like this guy waited 10 years, but he's happy he didn't wait 20 years, but he could have started 10 years ago. You know, like this book just had really, really good quotes, and there's a few more that I highlighted, but overall, it just was not for me. Like I almost DNF'd it about halfway through. I know this book came out like 40, 50 years ago, but it's just the writing was not for me. The story was not for me. So I think I am going to give this a 2.5 stars. Like it wasn't the worst book I've ever read, and I clearly finished it. Like I was able to push through, but just not for me. Just not for me. And that's okay. At least in this video, this is going to be the end of this video. I read 2 books, but this video really took a turn. At least I got a new favorite book, a 5-star, even 6-star read. Like I would consider this a 6-star read for me, like highest of the highest. Not this book, The Nightingale, sorry. So at least we got that. This video really just went in 2 directions. We had a book that was rated that high, and then we had one that was rated 2.5 stars, which I rarely rate books under 3 stars. So yeah, but that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I want to do more videos like this so I can explore more genres, because I just keep thinking, like, what if there's a genre, like I still want to read sci-fi and like nonfiction, autobiography, stuff like that. And I'm like, what if there's a book out there in a genre that I don't normally read, just like The Nightingale? That's another 5-star read for me. So I want to do more of these videos, explore some more genres, and I'm really excited about that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. Don't forget to follow me on everything down below. I have my Instagram, my Goodreads, I think I have my Fable. literally everything. So go follow me down there. And yeah, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next video.